This is Raspberry Lemonade, the Arnold Palmer of podcasts, a refreshing dive into the stories of industry professionals, both sweet and sour. And now your host, Mr. Levi.
Welcome back to another episode of Raspberry Lemonade. I'm your host, Mr. Levi. We've got an awesome guest with us today. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? My name is Brendan Boyd, digital media entrepreneur. Live up in LA right now. I'm excited to be on Raspberry Lemonade. We about to go crazy, Levi.
All right, love it. That's some good energy. I love it. Right off the bat.
Yes, sir. There's something on my hat. What's on my hat, bro?
Oh, I don't know.
I think I got it.
Spiderweb.
Right, yeah, we good. That's what
Random hair.
Yeah. Spiderweb.
Yeah. We like, I don't know. I don't like spiders. You like spiders?
I like Spider-Man.
I like Spider-Man too. Yeah. He's cool. But all right, man. Let's get right into it. You know, you already mentioned kind of what you do. How long you been in the industry for, or in that business?
So I've been podcasting for like 5 years, and I've been studying like digital marketing and digital products probably about almost 3 years. So in a very odd way, I've been able to combine, what I learned from podcasting with what I learned from digital products. And, how I help people, you know what I mean? So I have my own podcast, obviously. I teach podcast monetization, but that's not what I focus on. I focus on helping clients get exposure by leveraging podcasts, YouTube shows, and other platforms so they can have, grow that know, like, trust, grow their list, and obviously do more sales on the back end.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the right guy then, because I've been at this for almost a year now, man.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing pretty good, bro. Yeah. I mean, you noticed me. I mean, I noticed you, I should say.
Okay.
I noticed Levi. He's only been at it a year. That's pretty good. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, I have so many questions specific to how you help people, and we'll get into that.
Yeah.
I guess my first question as far as the podcasting goes, you said you have your own podcast. Go ahead and shout it out.
Yeah. So I have my own podcast, On the Pursuit podcast. I actually have two. So On the Pursuit podcast is like this. We in person, right? This is the energy. And then I have a virtual podcast as well. That one's called the Imperfect Action Show. So On the Pursuit podcast that drops every Wednesday. So there's a new one available today. And then On the Pursuit podcast, there's a little story on how that started. I mean, not On the Pursuit, Imperfect Action Show. There's a little story on how that started, but essentially I use that to generate leads. It's a lead generation asset. Yeah.
Okay. So how so? So that one specifically.
Yeah, that one specifically.
How, like the guests that you bring on, or how do you go
so
about
basically, I have a pod agency, and with the pod agency, we help people get more exposure, by using podcasts and stuff like that. So how that kind of came about is I noticed bottlenecks in my own business on like lead generation, getting out there and stuff like that, and it's something that majority of entrepreneurs have a problem with, like how do I get more customers, how to get in front of more people. So what I noticed is that if I attempted to create a conversation with you, let's say in the DMs or in person or whatever the case may be, if you knew that it was going to be a sales conversation, there would be resistance.
Right.
If I say, hey, you want to jump on the sales call, or you want to jump on the call, I can show you how I can help your business, there's resistance there. But if I say, hey, Levi, listen, man, you got a lot going on. I like what you're doing. I would love to have you as a guest on my podcast. What you saying?
Absolutely.
Every single time.
Yeah.
The same way that he shrugged his shoulders and the body language was like, hell yeah, give me the link.
Where do I sign? Yeah.
That's exactly what we do. So we use that. I have an outreach team. And what the outreach team will do is they'll create a conversation. They'll have a little bit of information on that guest. They might look at their page. Maybe they've seen some other content, whatever. They'll do some R&D. And then they'll share an opportunity for them to get on a free podcast, which is the Imperfect Action Show. Once they share that opportunity, it's a link. So that potential guest would fill out the link, watch a little video by me. I let them know about the opportunity. They fill out there's like little pre-framing questions in there. And then they basically get on the show. Now, during that process, I also let them know, hey, there's other information we would love to share with you about how we can help you get in front of more people by podcast guesting. So they book themselves on the calendar. Once they get on the calendar, there's someone like yourself, not me, that's going to run that virtual podcast. And we highlighting them. We're allowing them to talk about themselves, their business, how everything's going. And then from there, if the call goes good and they want to learn more, then the host, who basically is a setter, will then take that call and then put it on a closer's calendar. And then the closer will tell them more details about the business. And then then they will close the opportunity.
So let me get this straight. For that specific podcast, that episode itself is kind of like the discovery call?
Yeah, but it's a real episode.
That's genius, bro.
Yeah. So
that's so genius.
Yeah, and the same thing, like, it's a real podcast. It can come out. They can share it. They can clip it up if they want. We'll put our own commercials in it for the product, and then no links and stuff to be in the bio and stuff. Or well, not in the bio, but in the description.
Right, yeah. Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah. So that's what I use that other podcast for.
Gotcha. Yeah. And then the main one,
the main one is like art to me. Like, the main one allowed me to level up my relationships, my network, put me in rooms with different people. Meet a bunch of 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure, even my first 9-figure entrepreneur. Allowed me to travel. I made money from it. All my equipment is paid for. And then I've been able to figure out slim ways to take the podcast with me, because it's a mobile podcast. I take it wherever I'm at. So I bring it on trips. And if I meet somebody interested, we're going to have a podcast. I got my stuff with me. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I use that one more so for positioning. It's starting to get more views. Like every episode now is getting somewhere between like 500 and 2,000 views, which is cool. So now, I'm charging for it now for certain, situations. But for the most part, if it's someone cool that I want to interview, I'll fly out there, drive out there. I'll do the podcast. I'll put some work on it. I'll create some content. Maybe there's another opportunity for me to network and do something. So I add that on a trip. So that's what that podcast is for. It's more like I enjoy it and it allows me to meet some really cool people.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if I wanted to do something like you're doing, where would I even start?
So when you say that, what do you mean? So what is something that you want to do?
I see a lot of similarities as of right now of how I've been finding a lot of my guests.
Yeah.
At least it sounds like I at least got that first part right of, reaching out and telling them, hey, it's completely for free. Yeah. I even offer some people to chop up like the best pieces and, we'll collaborate on Instagram.
Yeah.
So like it'll be on their page and my page. But that monetization aspect is
okay. So this is one thing that you can easily do, right? I'll give you a bunch more, but since you already offer people to give them clips, I assume it's for free. Right. So don't stop that.
Okay.
It stops right now. If you didn't get a free clip, you missed out, because he's not giving no more free clips.
No more.
So basically, when we have people come on the show, say, hey, listen, Brendan, well, let's role play.
Okay.
Levi, man, I'm excited to have you on the show. Thanks for accepting the invitation.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Now, before we get started, I just want to let you know. So you basically, you sign up for the free podcast. This is completely for free, but we also have a VIP package if you're interested.
What's the VIP package?
Exactly. They're going to say that every single time. So this is a VIP package. What we're going to do is we're going to guarantee that you're going to get 4 clips. I noticed that. What business are you in?
Me personally? Yeah, video marketing.
So I noticed you're in video marketing. So we're going to shoot a video marketing commercial for you today. We'll put that inside your episode so you can promote your business. We'll do an email blast, a text message blast. If you want to go live on either TikTok or Instagram, we'll go live with you so you can promote your business, right? And we'll also give you access to your files. And that's only $500.
Wow. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So it's up to you. I mean, you can get that. And then when we're done, we'll make sure my assistant get all the files to you and we can set up the lives and everything. Or you could stay with the free podcast. It's completely up to you. But, I'm excited to get started.
Dude, that's great. And I'll still role playing. How much time would I need to make this happen? Like for the VIP package?
The exact same time that we're spending right now, it can all get done outside of your deliverables of scheduling the lives and when your clips are going to be received. And I think the team will have your podcast done and out by, when did you say? Oh, like the 14th of, which is in 2 weeks. So your full podcast, the audio, the video, and the clips will be available on the 14th.
Wow. Yeah. I'm closed, man.
Yeah, let's go. And then you just run it like that, bro.
Dude.
So if you got a podcast dropping every week, but if you're batch recording, right? So let's say you're doing 10 in a month. Mm-hmm. If you got 20%, closing rate, that's $1,000.
It's not bad.
You know what I'm saying? You wasn't making no money before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all positioning, and it's all how you are, it's all in your offer. Because at the end of the day, that's valuable to them. Mm-hmm. What do we know that people want? They want content, right? And you probably know this already. Most guests aren't going to promote their shows. They don't even watch. Some of them don't even watch their full one when it's over.
Right.
So that's cool. The full episode is almost like a bonus. That's like what they get in the front. But on the back end, you can give them clips, right? You can tag and collaborate with them. You can shoot that commercial for them, that call to action, which is going to interrupt their episode, but promote themselves, which is also valuable. You can also give them a segment. Segment is like a long form, short form video, right? So if you want, and that's even beneficial for you, you can have another playlist of just all segments from your podcast, which gives you another piece of content to post for YouTube. You could throw that in the package, right? So that's like another post that they can also put their links and stuff in. Yeah, bro. And then the lives, if they want to get in front of your audience, so if you can use that as another way to promote the episode that's already up, but it's value to them, but it's low effort for you.
Yeah.
Email list, text message list, you're probably already doing that. So now you just can put the information. Hey, a new episode with Brendan just dropped. Check it out. So to them, it's valuable because you're not telling them that that's part of your regular programming. You're telling them that I'm doing this specifically for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just all in the positioning. So that's one of my secrets to monetizing your podcast, because most hosts think I need brand deals, sponsorships, I need YouTube money, I need
a certain amount of views, certain amount of plays.
None of that could be far from the truth, because at the end of the day, YouTube is not giving you money unless you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watched hours.
Right.
Plus, you at least earn over $100 a month, so they can send you the money.
Wow. So
if you don't even hit that threshold, you're not getting nothing. It's like, oh, I see you're at $97. Try again next month.
Dang.
Like, they're not even gonna let that go. So I'm not saying those aren't ways to monetize, but those aren't the ways to monetize now.
Today.
You want to monetize now, and you are a podcaster, run the VIP package option 100%. Now, if you're like, I don't know, man, that sounds cool, I don't want to do that. Cool. I don't want to twist your hand to get money. You don't want to get money? Cool. Fine. Let me give you another option. You can do an affiliate offer. Affiliate offer is probably the number one offers you can do. I'll give you an example. So right now, and I'm about to run this, but right now, one of my products is $9.97.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you. This is unscripted. This is real. We're on Raspberry Lemonade. This is official right here. I'm gonna ask you. All right. So Levi, you got a podcast, right?
Yeah.
So how about this? How about you sign up, you register to be an affiliate of my $9.97 package. You don't have to sell nothing. You don't have to fulfill anything. All you have to do is register to be an affiliate. I will give you the video assets to promote in the episodes. I will give you the audio asset to promote in the episode. I'll give you your own link. I'll give you 50% of the revenue generated.
Bro, let's go.
So all you got to do is post it inside of your episode, and anyone that closes a deal from your link, you'll get $500, and I pay you out at the end of the month.
That's beautiful.
Would you sign up for that?
Heck yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So with the affiliate, so first of all, on camera, he agreed. So he's going to be an affiliate,
We're doing this. Yeah.
We're 100% doing it. But find what I like to call sexy, dramatic, and attractive affiliates, right? Okay. So the reason why I say that is because you can easily sign up for something that's going to pay you $10.
Right.
You have to do a lot of volume.
Yeah.
Right? You can easily sign up for something that might pay you $50 one time. Again, value play. But if I say, hey, listen, what I just offered you, $500, one person buys, you ain't doing nothing. I'm giving you the assets. It's your choice if you want to make your own rendition of the commercial, but I'm giving you the audio file. I'm giving you the video file. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is post. The payout is $500. Now, when you wake up in the morning one day, or if you out with your wife one day, your girl, and then you get an alert and it's $500 in your account, that's dramatic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I will not be mad at that.
100%. If you sign up for an affiliate, and this is another example, if you sign up for affiliate and that affiliate has a recurring model, right? That's sexy. You know what I mean? So that means, hey, listen, maybe they got a monthly subscription like a CRM, right? Let's say that CRM is, $297, but they're gonna pay you out 20% every time somebody purchases, and then every time they stay with the product every single month, they're gonna pay you out their 20%. That's sexy. That means you're getting recurring revenue. All you gotta do is stack that, right? So find some affiliates that have a sexy, dramatic, and romantic payout, so that by just using your podcast as a platform and sourcing a couple of affiliates, you don't got no fulfillment, you're not selling nothing. All you're doing is putting yourself in position that episodes are going to do their thing. So if you start stacking those, now you're excited to do your shows, because every time you do a show, it's an opportunity that you can sell something.
Right.
You know what I mean? So those are 2 ways right now you can get started, and we could keep going. I got a bunch of them, but
bro, I think that's good for now.
Yeah,
that's good for now. That's the wheels are turning right now, bro, in my head. I already thought, because that's one thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because I've been trying to think of, certain sponsorships or partnerships that I could, do with people or companies that have to do with the show. But I have been struggling to figure out, like, okay, but what's like the one thing that kind of is at the core of the show? And at the end of the day, it's to pursue your dreams and reach your goals. Like that, at the end of the day, that's the basic message of every single episode. Mm-hmm. So now that you're telling me this, I was like, okay, well, maybe there's a course out there that someone can benefit from to further their
100%.
dream
There's
or
a bunch
goal.
of them, and you can be an
and
affiliate.
I could be an affiliate.
Easy, bro. There's so many entrepreneurs like myself that got courses or products like this $997 that I'm was offering to you. It's not a course. It's basically like it's our intro product for podcast guesting. So they're gonna actually, it does have a mini course component, but they get on 2 virtual podcasts. They'll get my pitching script so they can pitch themselves, get on podcasts. They'll get a mini course about podcast etiquette, right?
That's helpful.
All of that for $997, and a mini course is 9 videos.
Yeah.
So how to show up, how to speak, how to perfect your message, how to answer in stories, or you know what I'm saying. So the guests, so the host isn't pulling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then how to repurpose the content and get more value when the podcast is over. That's $997.
That's really good.
You know what I'm saying? And then you get $500 by just putting the assets in every episode.
Yeah.
And even if you did it one time and then stopped, that one episode could still generate revenue.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah. Dude.
Is your revenue stuck? If you're an entrepreneur and your revenue is stuck, you don't need to fix your products or services. You need new audiences to discover you more consistently. Podcast guesting is the ideal way to be discovered 24 hours a day by your ideal clients. And guess what? The more people that know you, the more people can flow you. Head over to podcastmasterypack.com and take advantage of your first or next podcast. Let's go.
I'm definitely pumped with everything you just told me.
Yeah.
What do you say we kind of... I don't know, we haven't even started yet, right? But what do you say we take it down a notch and kind of go now into who you are?
Yeah, facts.
We in this podcast, we really like to get to know the people behind the business, behind the success, behind all of that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're all human. We all have a story. Where we come from, I think, is a very important, very crucial part of that. Mm-hmm. What's your story? What was your upbringing like?
That's a good question, man. So I really started sharing it, and it's not because I didn't want to share it. I just wasn't sharing it. It's like something that my story is something that, as I realize, it's my experiences can help people, right? But before, I just looked at it as I went through it. This is where I'm at now, so I didn't really talk about it a lot. I just started talking about it more. But basically, have you ever seen the movie The Place Beyond the Pines? That
sounds very familiar.
Place Beyond the Pines with I always forget the actor's name. I forget. Anyway,
we'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I keep forgetting the lead actor's name. But anyway, The Place Beyond the Pines is a movie that talks about a father who was basically like a Rolling Stone. He basically was like he was a circus roadie. and he would travel to all these different cities, and he would just live life kind of like aloof. He would have his relationship with women. One woman in particular, he had a long-lasting relationship with her, but it was every time he was in her city. She ended up getting pregnant, and then as a result of her getting pregnant, he wanted to now take things a little bit more seriously because he had a kid coming. But him legitimizing was starting to rob banks, and because he started to get money for the kid.
I see.
And the second bank that he robbed, he ended up getting killed.
Damn.
So that's like just the beginning of the movie. So the reason why I bring this up is because when the son grows up, the son ends up with some attributes from the father, though they've never met. So that movie always stuck to me. So why did I bring it up? I bring it up because I didn't have a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew my father. I think the last time I saw my father, I was maybe like 6. I don't have any memories of hanging out with him. So I always think to myself, what are some of the things like this movie that I have? Like, what are some of my attributes? What are some of my idiosyncrasies? What's my personality like that might be like him? What came through the DNA, right? My mom. So my dad died when I was 12 years old. Wow. And he died from AIDS. He was just like in the streets, you know what I'm saying? He was doing a lot of different things. My mom passed away because she got double pneumonia. She actually was addicted to like heavy drugs. And I don't know this to be true, but my rendition of it is that, again, my mom was just one of the women that my dad was messing with because, there's five kids. I'm the oldest boy. But out of the 5 kids, there's 4 moms. So my dad was moving, doing his thing.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah. So my rendition is that, I don't know whether my mom was using drugs prior to meeting, or maybe that was just something casual, 70s, 80s, whatever. But because our relationship, she got addicted, you know what I mean? So she passed away when I was 15. But my memories of her was like, I knew that she loved me, but she would always give me a choice. Like, do you want to go do the thing I wanted to do, which it might have been WWF. It might have been like, going to play basketball or something. Or do you want to go with mommy? And going with mommy meant like going to the crack house. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Or like going to one of her friends' house where she would be using drugs in front of me. You know what I mean? So the impact that had on me obviously was pretty large. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't an impact that like some people may also move in that direction. They've been exposed to that. I want to see what these drugs is like.
Right.
Now, for me, it was like no drugs, no alcohol. I'm straight. You know what I mean? So it really like was like even like eating and like, because the people in my family, they weren't necessarily in shape. They weren't out of shape, but they just weren't in shape. So like I like grouped all of that together. Like, I'm not getting fat. Not against fat people. But I'm not gonna be overweight. I'm not using drugs. I'm not drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would see my mom at crack houses doing like, heroin, coke, shooting needles, sharing needles, chopping up the coke, weed, everything. But one of the dudes at the crack house, well, there was one that she would always go to. And he was just hella cool, bro. He was like the coolest dude. He always showed me mad love. I just always remember that. I don't know why, but he was a Jamaican dude. His name was Linton. He was hella nice. He always showed me like, he just kind of like, it's an awkward situation, but he would always just show me love as like, as a kid, whatever.
Yeah.
My grandmother became my guardian, that my mom's mom, because my mom was in and out, her daughter in and out the house, you know what I mean? So my grandmother became my legal guardian, but she died at 16 because of lung cancer. Wow. So like it was casual back in the day. People just smoking. You know what I mean? It was the 80s. It was cool to just have a cigarette. That was just that was style. You know what I mean? That was like you was mature, you smoking.
Yeah.
I was back in the day when you could smoke on a plane. You know what I mean? But yeah, so my dad died at 12. My mom died at 15. Grandmother passed at 16. I had another host of other family members that passed away between that age and like 25. Uncles, aunts.
I gotta
one of my brothers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta ask, like, how, because most people in a situation like that, having so much loss in their life, they end up, looking for a way to numb it. So whether that's drinking, whether that's smoking, drugs, even food. It's like some people have eating disorders because that's the way they're dealing with their problems.
For me, it wasn't like that.
How did you?
It wasn't like that, Levi. For me, like, I looked at it like a card game. So if we shuffle the deck and you cut the deck, and then I deal out the deck, which your hand is your hand, my hand's my hand. We both got an opportunity to potentially win the game. Your hand might be better than mine. You know what I'm saying? My hand might be not as good, but there's still opportunity.
You're still in the game.
I'm still in the game. I still got opportunity. So that's how I looked at it. And maybe I was mature out of my mind for my age, but I just never looked at it like, yo, feel bad for me. Yeah. Or, yo, this is my circumstance. It was like, nah, this is just my design. These are my variables. This is what I get to play with.
Yeah.
We gonna rock out. You know what I mean? So I just always wanted to be successful, make myself proud, obviously make my parents proud because, they're looking down on me and stuff like that. But just really put myself in a position where like I could be excited and happy about my life, be fulfilled, touch and impact other people that might be in a similar situation and show them that, hey, listen, you can still create. God designed us to be creators, right? Like in his image.
Absolutely.
So we can still create. We can still be the version of ourselves that we're designed to be and that we made to be. And then whatever circumstance you're going to, that's just momentary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even though something might be forever, the feeling that you feel is momentary. Like Andrew Tate says some things that can be like controversial, but there's some things that he said that I agree with.
Yeah. He
said something like, and I don't have the quote, but he said like depression isn't a disease. And I believe that. I think it's a thought. It's how you feel. If you want to be depressed, you're going to stay depressed.
Yeah.
If you're going to get depressed medication, right, to mend your depressive feeling, you're going to stay depressed. I tell you what doesn't make you depressed, taking your ass to the gym and working out. You're going to snap out of that depression quick. Going for a run, you're going to snap out of that depression. Doing a cold plunge, you're going to snap out of that depression.
Taking action.
Yeah. Get an accountability partner that has high energy and some goals. Getting out of your environment. These are all things that are going to take you out of the depression. But if you internalize what happened to you in the outside world, which is they're just moments that are like chain connected. Mm-hmm. Like if you and I stay in this moment for the next 7 days, we're just in this moment for 7 days.
Yeah.
We can decide that, podcast's over. I'm going home. You're going home. And then the moment's done.
Yeah.
Even what I just said is over. Right? So it's done. It's people that get trapped in our own minds that will keep us trapped. You know what I mean? And the society that we're in doesn't do anything to get you out of that because they're not there to support your aid. At least not in our country. It's not like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're paying attention to movies, video games, certain music, TVs, you ain't gonna get nothing done, bro. If you're around for people that ain't doing nothing, that don't want much out of life, that happy just going to a regular job and getting, XYZ amount per hour, you're the fifth one.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, if you want more, but you're around with other people, then you're going to be the fifth one.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with nothing I'm saying if that's what you enjoy. But if you feel like there's a way out for you or you want more out of life, it's there for you to grab. You know what I'm saying? And I think your circumstance it might put you behind a ball. It might take you longer to get there. You might have to be more creative with your approach, but it's still possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. I love that. So what do you say now we get to the part of the podcast where we talk about, we like to cover the sweet and sour. Because, in any industry, in any career path, any aspect of life, there's always a sweet side, there's always a sour side. Hence the name Raspberry Lemonade, by the way. That's where that came
by the
from.
way, you need to get your own raspberry lemonade like seltzer or something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you selling, bro. You 100%.
All right. Hey, that actually sounds pretty good. Yeah, we'll have to brainstorm with that. Yeah.
Because Happy Dad is selling.
Really?
Yeah, so no boys can get all the money. And so is what's the Paul Brothers drink?
Prime.
That's selling too, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, copy the format, fam.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
But yeah. No, yeah. Bro, You're giving me so many ideas. I love it. I'm really enjoying this interview today.
Yeah.
But going back to the sweet and sour stuff, what's been one of the sour stories that you'd like to share that maybe you could say really tested you in a way that you hadn't been tested before?
Okay.
And how did you overcome it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess can I give like 3 quick little joints?
Yeah, absolutely.
So one would be like not having financial literacy younger and getting access to an insurance inheritance, $150,000, which I could have just reinvested into another insurance policy that would have been multi-millions now. So not having that financial literacy and just spending that whole $150 on cars and motorcycles in like less than a year. So what I learned from that is become financial literate and learn how money works and get around a mentor, a coach, or someone that could put you in a better position. Second thing I would say, when you have a business partner, get a partnership agreement. You know what I mean? Have an understanding of what the variables are in your business. Like, what do you bring? You might be bringing the money. They might be bringing the IP. What do you guys want out of the business? What happens if the business, gets a certain revenue goal? What happens if you guys got to separate? Do you have a key person insurance? Like what? Just basically put that together. I had a business with a business partner over 10 years, successful clothing company. And, we didn't have a sour breakup, but the breakup wasn't super amicable, I would say. So I would just say protect yourself, have your business partner protect themselves, have an agreement that you guys are both comfortable with, and then, just be good with your value, right? And have a business coach. Don't start a business without a business coach. And the cheat code to any business isn't figuring it out on your own. So I would say, hey, entrepreneurs out there, you don't have to start from scratch. You don't have to figure out everything alone. That doesn't make you more honorable than the next person. I would get a business coach ASAP. And then the third thing I would share would be like, just constantly like invest in yourself. You know what I mean? I spent $250,000 on my education outside of college. Proud of every dollar I spent, whether I didn't learn something. Well, I still learned something, but if it worked, if it didn't work, the relationships I received. So I would say, invest in yourself outside in whatever aspect. Always want to learn something new. And if you notice that there's something that you could get better at, or if you notice that there's something in the marketplace that needs your attention, you can learn that skill. You can fix that for yourself. Then you can repackage that and then help other people and then make some revenue from that.
Nice. Okay. Some solid advice in there.
I'm out here, bro.
Yeah. No, thank you. And now what about the other side of the coin? The sweet.
Oh, the sweet. Listen.
What's one of the I'm on top of the world right now moments?
You can make a lot of money in a little bit of time faster than it takes for you to make a little bit of money in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I made $100K last month.
Wow.
In 30 days. I spent years making less than $100K.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just about what you know. Everything that we think we know about money is probably wrong. You should just throw that away. But I would say, making money fast, providing massive value to people, designing a life where you could travel if you're interested, travel and work from wherever you're at. Embrace technology. It makes life easier.
Thoughts on AI?
I'm for it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm about to develop an app that I feel like is going to use some AI components as well to help podcasters and stuff like that. But so I'm down with the AI. I think find out where you suck at and then find an AI tool to help you suck less. You know what I mean?
Fair.
But spend time with. So as an entrepreneur, as I get older in my entrepreneur career or my life as an entrepreneur, I realize it's also valuable to create things that you enjoy. So I would say that, maybe go crazy working today, this week, this month, but then spend some time enjoying your crazy with someone that you love, with some people that you love, with just some experiences that you love. I would say that. And I'm a really huge component of designing a way for you to work outside of being in one place at the same time every single day.
Yeah.
So if you could travel to Hawaii and be able to work there, that's dope. And another thing I would say too, as entrepreneurs, don't be trapped by creating a business that you work for. And I think that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs, I've done that. You're like, yeah, I got my own business, but I'm the only employee. And if I don't work, we ain't getting money.
Right.
So that's not how you run a business.
That's buying yourself a job.
Yeah. You just created a job for yourself. It sounds cool ego-wise to be like, yo, I got my own business. But if you get sick today, you ain't get no money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think reading a book by Gino Wickman, EOS and Traction, those are two really great books by the same author that will help you start designing your business or redesigning your business so that you don't have to get trapped in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll put those in the link in the description.
Yeah. And he's going to use his Amazon link so he can get some money. So support the boy and Raspberry Lemonade. Let's go.
Thank you. All right, man. Last final stretch here. A few more questions.
Yeah, let's get it.
We like to end the show on a high note, musical high note.
All right.
I love music, bro. Like, music is my life. If there is no music, what's that?
You play music?
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
I play little guitar, little drums. Yeah.
Dope. Once you get a Raspberry Lemonade set, you have the drums on the set.
Yeah.
And you be like, and then you go to your chair and run the show. That'd be crazy.
It's not a bad idea. Yeah. But so my question kind of leading up to this is, if you had to choose your current life soundtrack, what song would that be?
My current life soundtrack. One song?
Yeah, I know. But it's
it's
a hard ask, but
you know what? I got an easy answer. Probably Put On by Jeezy. Jeezy and Kanye, Put On. I feel like what I'm doing now, I'm putting on for, the next generation or the people that are watching and paying attention to me. Yeah. Like the last time I spoke, which was pretty recent, that was a song that I came out to, and I'm like, yo, I'm putting this on for y'all, so that's a really dope song. Jeezy is someone that even my brother before he passed, he put me on a Jeezy, and he just makes he makes soundtrack music. You know what I'm saying? He has that ominous voice, and it always motivated me. So I would say Put On by Jeezy and Kanye.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up, but I'll probably recognize it. I just don't remember the tune right now.
Yeah. Find a Put On type beat, and then you can use it royalty free probably on this episode.
What? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna look for that.
Search it up.
All right. Okay, man. Well, I appreciate you coming down, making the drive.
Yeah, no, it's fire, bro.
Coming down all the way from the City of Stars, Hollywood. Bro, you dropped so many bombs on this.
Man,
episode.
I appreciate it, man. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited to be here. Hopefully, I brought the energy. Hopefully, we stirred up that Raspberry Lemonade for y'all. And yeah, man. I like what you got going on. I think you got a really dope platform. I would love to continue to see you do so many amazing things. Obviously, you're in a great state that has so many people that you can get on the show. Yeah. And just kind of highlight them and level up your connection. So now this has been dope. And everyone watching this, y'all better subscribe 100%.
There you go. Thank you. Last question for you, and we'll get this going. Where can people follow your journey?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it's Brendan Boyd, ITS Brendan Boyd on all platforms. And listen, if you're a business owner or entrepreneur and you're looking to get on a free podcast, text the word guest 213-410-4920. That's 213-410-4920. We got an opportunity for you to get on a free virtual podcast. And again, man, shout out to Levi, Raspberry Lemonade. This has been dope.
Thank you so much, man. With that, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Raspberry Lemonade. This is Levi signing off. See you on the next one.
Peace. Yeah, bro, that was dope.
This has been a Redbird Studio Productions. Hope you've enjoyed the program.